Hello everyone! Today I want to share a line from this animation. 賭博黙示録カイジ Gambling Apocalypse カイジ It is said by 兵道勝高兵道 Well, he can be said to be my most disliked villain character, but there is always something worth learning even from a bad guy, right? So this is what he said. 命はもっと粗末に扱うべきなのだ。命は丁寧に扱いすぎるとよどみ腐る。最近の連中はみんなもうやりすぎ、自分の大切にしすぎた。その結果、機会をつかめず、ずるずる後退しながら腐っていくのだ。Through this line, I want to share to you すぎる。This is how it formed. From a musket, and then remove the mas at すぎる. For example, 扱います. Remove the mas 扱い. And then add すぎる. 扱いすぎる. やります. Remove the mas add すぎる. やりすぎる. します. Remove the mas add すぎる. しすぎる. And the meaning indicates that a certain action is done excessively, exceeding the general acceptable range. The translation can be to... For example, check out this bird. What do you see? 餌を食べすぎて太ってしまったみたい. It looks like it got fat because it ate too much food. It ate too much. Okay? Now, how should we break down this sentence? I will break it into two parts. First part is 命はもっと粗末に扱うべきなのだ。命は丁寧に扱いすぎるとよどみ腐る。Alright. 命は tells you that life is the subject of this sentence. We should focus on life. What is about life? もっと and effort means more. 粗末に This is also an effort, means wastefully, carelessly, or disrespectfully. 扱う It has many meanings, but here it refers to treat or handle. べき indicates that something should be done, implying it is the right thing to do. So I'll translate it as should. のだ This is an explanatory phrase used to correct or clarify the other person's thoughts. Here, it is used to correct the idea of valuing life too much. Na, this na is meaningless, but it must be added between the noun and noda. So I'll translate it as, actually, life should be treated more carelessly. Why did he say that? And then, 命は Life is the subject. We should focus on life. 丁寧に It is an effort. Carefully. 扱い treat or handle, which needs to connect with すぎる. So it is 扱います and then remove the mas at すぎる. 扱いすぎる すぎる means too much. It's overdone. と indicates that if the first part happens, it will lead to the result in the second part. So, if よどみ means settle, stagnate, or not throw, do not throw. 腐る means to rot or decay, and we put them together, よどみ腐る implies that life will stagnate and become stale. So the second part of the sentence is, if life is treated too carefully, it will stagnate and become stale. Now to the second sentence. 最近の連中のだ。連中 refers to people doing similar things. It carries a slightly contemptuous tone. These guys or those guys. So 最近の連中は means those guys from recent times. It's the subject. みんな it is an adverb, means all. More indicates exceeding one's acceptable range, means already. やりすぎ it comes from やります means to do something. Here it refers to being overly careful with one's life. Here is how it formed. やります and then remove the mas at すぎる やりすぎる Normally, it would be in the te form やりすぎて meaning and. But here, this te is removed to compress the sentence for brevity. So やりすぎ serves the same meaning and translation as やりすぎて 自分 means oneself. Here, Hyodo, this Chairman Hyodo, is talking about the guys recently, so themselves. Or indicates the object. 大切にしすぎた It comes from 大切にします means to cherish or to value. 大切にします remove the mas and add すぎる But why is it in the past tense? Because he describes the action of those guys recently. Those recent guys. その結果 refers to the result of those guys being too careful with themselves. So as the result. 機会 means opportunity or chance. Or indicates the object. つかめず Well, this one is quite difficult and complicated. First step, it comes from つかみます catch. And then change つかみます into 可能形 つかめます means able to catch, can catch. And then change it into ない形つかめない cannot catch or unable to catch. And then change it into てけつかめなくて means cannot catch, unable to catch, and てけ means leading to the result. And finally, compress this つかめなくて into つかめず Okay? ずるずる It is an adverb, means slowly, retreating backward or downward. 後退し It comes from 後退します retreat or decline. ながら indicates doing two actions on the same time, meaning while, but I'll translate it as and. And if you want to connect a verb with ながら you have to remove the mas. So 交代します remove the mas 交代し then you can connect to ながら交代しながら腐って it comes from 腐ります in てけ meaning to rot. Take, if you want to connect a verb into take, you must change the verb into てけ So 腐ります てけ is 腐って and then 腐って connect to いく腐っていく But what does いく mean? いく indicates that an action will continue over time into the future. It won't stop. It will continue over time into the future. のだ It is an explanatory phrase. So I put it all together. Recently, those guys have gone too far. They have cherished themselves too much. As a result, they are unable to catch any opportunities, slowly retreating and rotting away. Okay, let's summarize what he said. Life should actually be treated more carelessly. If life is treated too carefully, it will stagnate and become stale. Recently, those guys have gone too far. They have cherished themselves too much. As a result, they are unable to catch any opportunities and are slowly retreating and rotting away. Although Chairman Hyodo is a complete badass, but what he says is not wrong either, and somehow makes sense. He teaches us we should be bold when it is time to be bold, and we should take risk when it is time to take risk. Otherwise, we will only waste our lives and opportunities. Okay, so I'll give you a credit. Okay, do you understand what he said? See you next time.